Hi everybody. It's a rough morning for me. Anyway, you can ride with me this morning while I go clean this gym. And I'm doing this live just kind of casually. I don't know if anybody's going to pop on or not, but I just want to say up front, because I'm driving, I'm not going to be able to read your comments or say thank you or anything like that, but it doesn't mean that I won't go back and read things. Okay, here we go. See, this is how my morning's been. So anyway, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning again, really mad. And I decided to use that time to do something productive, so I recorded a video, and I have been trying to upload it all morning, and it's still not uploading as we speak, and now it's time for me to go to work. And so I'm doing the live stream, and as soon as I start driving away from my house, for some reason I don't have a connection. And I don't know what it is, if it's because I have something important to say and the evil forces, or if you believe in that kind of stuff, you know, trying to block me, or what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to talk kind of casually. If you missed it and you comment while I'm driving, obviously I can't read the comments. I can't respond back to it, and I have to pay attention to what I'm doing so I don't kill myself, okay, or hurt anybody else. But I really just wanted to talk a little casually. I do have a video, hopefully eventually it will come out, talking about what happened as far as the charges with Luigi, and how it is relatable to the public's perception of him, and how people in the media and the government, which, you know, I haven't seen. So the only one I found anybody responding other than, you know, about what Luigi did. And that's really the only you know, person that I'm, as far as in politics, that I'm aware of at this time. But you know, they decided to charge him with murder 1, and they're saying that it was a terrorist act. And you know, Rihanna Boston, the lady in Florida, she was also charged with a terrorist crime. And I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a politician, but really my thing is to put out to the people who are speaking out right now to please be careful how you say things. You know, I said I'm angry, and I know a lot of you are angry, and I know that you're hurt and that you're sad, and I'm sad too. And we have to be smart, okay? We need to think about what we're saying, because emotional outbursts, although they may have their place, and emotional reactions more specifically, so anything that can be perceived as violence, obvious violence, okay, physical violence, is not going to be received well by the media, nor by anybody who has any responsibility for upholding the law, okay? So we really need to be very smart about how we handle this. And my strategy as of right now is using these politicians' words against them. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. You know, all this is really new, and I don't know about you guys, but my brain is going 100 miles a minute thinking about this. There's tons of things that go through my head when I'm working that I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that is feeling this way or thinking this way. But we need to be strategic, and we need to be smart, and we need to think like they think. I'm not saying we need to be like they be, but like they are, we need to be smart, and we need to think about how they are. Oh my God. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. We need to use the same strategy that they use. That's what we need to do, okay? We need to think about the words that they say and make them stand up and stand behind the words that they say. Like, for instance, I put it on a community post, and I mentioned it in this video that I'm trying to upload. President Trump said he didn't understand why people are reacting the way they are to Luigi killing Brian Thompson, that it's a sickness, is what he said. Well, it's not a sickness. It's being sick and tired, maybe. Being sick of. But, you know, we can use that word. Yeah, we're sick of this. And we need to bring these things to his attention. See, I've been thinking about something, you know, when something happens, okay, like we've had this hurricane go up the East Coast, and we've had other natural disasters happen, big fires, or, you know, catastrophic natural disasters. And the truth of the matter is, the United States is really good about pulling together and helping each other out. We really, really are. Okay? And when something big like that happens, and it happens a large area where it's visible to the eye, it's important, the media jumps right on it. And they use our good-heartedness as American citizens, how we pull together, and they give, you know, tell you the resources and all that. And I know with this last hurricane that there was a lot of bad press about it, but that's beside the point. My point is, with the healthcare problems that we're having, it's not in your face like it is when there's a flood or a volcano or an earthquake. It's quiet. People are dying in back bedrooms, and they're dying in hospitals, and they die in nursing homes, and they're dying in back streets, and they're dying in prisons. And I know that a lot of people don't want to talk about that part of it, or that, you know, they just think, well, these are the unlovable people. But the fact of the matter is, some of these people might not be living under a bridge or be incarcerated if their mental health needs had been met. Okay? And so I don't want to forget those people at all. And my personal feeling on this, and I think I'm not alone, is that everybody in this country deserves health care. And I know you can say that, you know, they get free health care in prison. If you look at the people who are talking about prison reform, it isn't that great. Sometimes ladies have a hard time just getting sanitary products that they need, okay? Let alone actual medical help, that more than just a Tylenol that they have to buy at the commissary. So we really, you know, I know I'm going out on a lot of different branches here, but to stay focused on healthcare, it is still a civil right. It is a human right. It is not something that people should be denied because they can't pay for it. Which brings me to another thing, because I said we're talking casual here. I wish I could find the video where I first saw this, because it was actually President Biden, and they were talking to him about universal health care, and I'm not going to quote him exactly, I'm sorry. But he, you know, he's like, how are we going to pay for it? It's basically like, we can't afford it. And you know what my response to that is? None of us can afford it. But I can tell you something. I was a single mom, and even though, you know, I was a single mom, it doesn't exclude married couples. But you look at how many times people have raised money for a cause that was important for them. The PTA, who they have a bake sale to get uniforms for their kids, or to get library books put in the library, or computers for the computer classes. Or you look at the kids, you know, I'm from Maryland, and I lived in a small town called Thurmont for a while, and I worked in town too. And the parents there throughout the year would come into our salon, and they would ask for donations, either money or products or gift certificates and all that. And what they were doing was getting things together for the Safe and Sane. It was completely funded by the parents and the PTA to keep the kids off the street after prom night. And some of those kids, when they wanted to take their class trip to, Spain or France, they would go around town into the businesses and they were selling ham sandwiches to raise the money to take a trip. So there are, and that's just small town America, okay? There are ways to get the money to finance universal health care. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm tired of hearing. That is the most lame excuse I have ever heard in my life. People will sell things to get money to pay for their bills or to put their kid through college. They'll make sacrifices. We have been doing all along, making the sacrifices and figuring out a way to pay our bills and to provide for our families. And there's no reason why the United States of America cannot practice the same mentality that they will do whatever they have to take care of the people who live here and pay the taxes and voted them in office. There is absolutely no reason for it. Okay. Yeah, I'm mad. I still don't condone violence. I'm not saying anything like that, and I'm not really trying to. I don't want to start something that's going to get anybody in trouble or hurt anybody. I really don't. That would be kind of counterproductive, really, to be honest with you. I'm just venting, I guess. And I don't think I'm the only person that feels this way. It was kind of a joke back in the day. Maybe the military should have a bake sale. I don't want to say we need a weak military. That's not the case. What I want to say is we need balance in our economy. And we need to think about the people here in the United States first. We are the heartbeat of America. We are the heartbeat of America. It has no bearing on what political way you lean. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter whether you were born here or you came here and got your citizenship legally. Okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you are a citizen in this country and you pay taxes, then you should have a right to be able to go to see your dang doctor and not have to worry about, is your kid going to die because they can't get some kind of treatment for their condition, for their... Okay. That's all I really wanted to say. I told you I was mad. Keep an eye open. Hopefully I will watch throughout the day to see if this video has uploaded properly. I hope it has. I appreciate everybody's support, your comments. I know some things are hard to say and people have been saying they're hard to think about, but people have been posting it. And so I appreciate it, and I'm reading as many of the comments as I can. I try to respond to them as I can. There's so many of them, which, by the way, fun fact, I was looking at my statistics, and last week, they came out yesterday, there were actually more shares on this channel than there were comments. So I know that even if you're not posting a comment, that people are sharing it, that I know I'm not alone and I'm not just blowing air, that people feel the same way. And so I don't really want to get anybody riled up if you're on your way to work or whatever, but I do believe that this is important and we need to keep talking about it. Another thing, I was talking to a gentleman a couple nights ago, and he had made a comment, and I think he's right. You know what's going to happen, and I don't want this to happen, but eventually things in the news are going to calm down as far as Luigi's concerned, and it may pop up later, as the trial progresses, but there's going to be gaps where nobody's talking about it. And this is where it's really, really important that we continue to talk about the healthcare situation. Okay? Right now, apparently the media and the politicians don't get it. They're not listening and they don't get it. But if we keep talking and we, when nobody else is talking about Luigi, when, it's not really about him per se. It's the door that he opened. Okay? It's the door that he opened. I don't think he went about it the right way, but he did open a door, and we need to keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it. And it may sound like we're beating a dead horse, but the thing of it is, we're not. Okay? We're not. We're talking about something that's important until they hear us. Okay? So that's really all I had to say. Hope that everybody's having a great day. And I know that we're all getting ready for the holidays coming up. And I want everybody to stay safe, enjoy time with your family, and celebrate. And I'm going to get off of here. So I will get back to you.